Hey there, grade 8s. Welcome to today's lesson, and today we are going to be doing lesson 7 of chapter 5, and we're going to be comparing ratios. So, there's a couple ways that we can actually try to compare them. Number one, so here's an example. So you're making some juice, okay, and you've got recipe A and recipe B. Recipe A is saying you need 2 cans of the concentrate for every 3 cans of water. And then recipe B is saying you have 3 cans of concentrate for 4 cans of water. The question is, which recipe is going to make stronger juice? Okay, which one is going to are they going to have the same strength, or is one stronger than the other? Okay, so we're going to use this one to kind of go through, and we're going to compare. So there's a couple ways that we can do it. The first way is we can try to compare them so that they have a similar term. Okay, so we could try to figure out, so if this is concentrate and water, we can have the same amount of water and see which one has more concentrate, or we can see which have the same amount of concentrate and see which one has more water. Okay, I'm going to find the common number with the concentrate. Okay, so I'm looking at 2 and 6. A common factor of those would be 2 and 3. So this one I have to multiply both of these numbers by 3. Okay, so this is going to give me 6. 3 times 3 is 9. So when I'm making it, if I wanted to make the recipe or triple the recipe, for example, I would have 6 cups of concentrate to 9 cups of water. Okay, for this one, I would have to double it. Okay, so I would double the recipe. So I've got 6 cups of concentrate. I double it, and I have 8 cups of water. Okay, so when I'm comparing, the one that would have the least amount of water would technically be the stronger of the flavors, okay, because there'd be more concentrate for the amount of water. So this one has 8 cups of water, so it would technically have more concentrate to water, okay, so this one would be our stronger one, okay. Our other option that we can actually do is we can reduce these to 0, okay, to 1. We can reduce these to 1. So I'm going to say for every single cup of concentrate, how much water is there? And then I'm comparing 1 cup of concentrate to 1 cup of water. Okay, so here I have to divide by 2. So I'm going to have 1 cup of concentrate is going to give me 1.5 cups of water. Okay, so 1.5. Here I have to divide them by 3. So I've got 1 cup of concentrate is going to be 1 and 1/3 cups of water. So because this one has less water, once again, it is still my stronger of the 2. All right. Okay. So those are kind of the ways that we're going to go about doing this. I'll give you another example for you guys to practice, and then we'll go through finding the solution. So these ones will be a little bit more challenging. All right. Okay. So the the recommended seeding on a package of grass seed is 200 grams. Okay, so 200 grams per 9 square meters of grass. Okay, Carrie spreads 150 grams for 6.5 square meters of grass. Okay, is this too much, too little, or is it the recommended amount? All right, so that's the question for you. So these are the two that we're trying to compare. We have, so basically if I put them into a ratio, I've got 200 to 9 and 150 to 6.5. Okay, so these are my options. What I could try to say is how much seed do I need for 1 square meter of grass? Okay, that might be an easy way to do it. So I'm going to divide both of these by 9. Okay, so from my 200. Okay, I'm going to divide both of them by 9. I'm just going to erase this so I've got a little bit more space. Okay, if I divide it by 9, I'm going to have 1 square meter of grass. 200 divided by 9 is 22.2 repeated. Okay, and then for this one, I'm trying to figure it out, so I have to divide both of them by 6.5, and that gives me 1 square meter of grass, and that's going to give me 23.1 grams of seed. So, which one is better? Okay, did he put too much on, not enough, or just the right amount? Well, he's pretty close to the right amount, but he actually puts on too much. Because we have more seed per square meter than what is recommended. Okay, we have more seed per square meter. You put 23.1 grams on 1 square meter, where it recommends 22.22222 grams per square meter. Okay, so he actually spread more than what was recommended. All right. Okay. Here we go. The next part that you might have is when we're comparing ratios is we might actually change a ratio. Okay. So if we have a part-to-part ratio, we can change it to a part-to-whole. Okay. So for example, if we have 2 to 3, this is a part-to-part. Okay. So basically what I'm saying, part of it is 2, another part is 3. So how much is there in total? Well, we get the total by adding them together. Okay. So if this was, for example, like triangles versus circles, okay, we have 2 triangles to 3 circles. How many total shapes are there? Well, okay, there's 5. So we can change it. So we can say it's 2, 2, 2 plus 3. Okay, so we're adding them together, which gives us 2 to 5. Okay, so let's do it again. This time you can do it. So if we've got something like a 4 to 7 or 4 to 3 as a part-to-part ratio, what would the part-to-whole ratio be? Okay, so hopefully you were able to get it, and it was 4 to 4 plus 3, which gives us a 4 to 7 ratio. Okay. All right. So we can also use these to try to compare. Okay, we can use these part-to-wholes or part-to-parts to try to compare as well. Okay, so similar to what we were doing to start off with, because this lesson is on comparing ratios. So let's go like this. So the question is, a contractor bought 2 shades of yellow paint for his clients to see. Shade 1 is made by mixing 5 cans of yellow paint with 2 cans of white paint. Okay, shade 2 is made by mixing 7 cans of yellow paint with 4 cans of white paint. So we have a 5 to 3, and we have a 7 to 4. Okay, which clients, or the clients want the lighter shade. Okay, so this is yellow, this is white, this is yellow, yellow over here, white over there. Okay, so how can we kind of compare these? Okay, so we can actually compare them by changing them from the lighter shade, so we'll have less yellow paint. Okay, so we can compare them and actually try to calculate the percentage. Okay, so let's take our first one. So if we compare it and we turn it into a part-to-whole, okay, we will have 5 to 3 plus 5, which will give us a 5 to 8. We can change that into a fraction and say 5 over 8. Okay, now that we have it as a fraction, we can actually calculate what that percentage is. So we just divide them by each other, and this time we get 62.5% when we divide 5 divided by 8. If we go this way, we're going to have 7 to 4 plus 7, which gives us a 7 to 11 ratio, okay, which is going to be 7 over 11 as a fraction, and that's going to be a 63.63 repeating percentage. Okay, so that basically what we're saying is this is how much yellow paint is in, because we're talking about the yellow paint, and they want the lighter shade. Okay, so which one will be lighter? Okay, the lighter one will be the one that has less yellow in it, that will have more white. Okay, so the smaller percentage. So in this case, our option number 1 would have the lighter shade. All right, so we're going to have lots of other examples that we're going to go through. Once again, if you guys have questions, make sure you contact me. We're going to be practicing over and over again. See you in Zoom. Good luck.